Hi, I'm going to talk to you about the key points of my lesson. I don't have a PowerPoint or anything because it's a reading lesson, so it's mainly focusing on the book. But the content area is literature, the grade level is grade 6, the text is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne, the genre is historical fiction, and then it'll be, the context is the history unit over the World War II combined with the reading unit. And then my target standard is a literacy reading standard for grade 6. Describe how a particular story or drama's plot unfolds in a series of episodes, as well as how the character responds or changes as the plot moves towards a resolution. And then my supporting standard is also literacy, but writing instead of reading, for grade 6, and it's write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, relevant descriptive details, and well-structured event sequences. So then, my lesson outcome is after reading the book through chapter 18, the students will write a short diary entry from the first-person narrative of Bruno to show how Bruno's character has been built through the book using 3 character examples, and predict the end of the book using 3 examples of Bruno's character. So that's measurable because of the 3 examples. So, before reading, I would have the students brainstorm as a class what we know so far about Bruno's character and how they know these descriptions by using the text. So you would use examples out of the text to come up with Bruno's character. And so I think it's good for us to brainstorm this first because this might be a hard concept at first for them to grasp how you would pull something out of the text. But most texts aren't going to tell you exactly how your character's feeling. You have to infer how they're feeling. So that's what I'm trying to teach the kids to do, and how through inferring they can know how the main character is acting, or any other character for that matter. So, and then we're also going to talk about how Bruno's character has changed due to the different things that have happened through the book. So as you know, like, as you grow up, you change. And so then as an author writes a book, throughout the book, the character changes slightly. Like in this story, Bruno, when he first moves, he's really naive, he is really spoiled, that kind of stuff. And then as it progresses through the book, he becomes a little less spoiled, understands more, that type of stuff. So I want the kids to grasp that and how he has changed throughout and what events have made him change and molded his character. So then after we discuss that, and I feel like they have an understanding, we'll do the reading, and they'll read up to chapter 18, which this is going to be like over a period of time. This is just one lesson. So I'll probably only have them read a couple chapters, so this will come after they've already gotten up to like chapter 16. And then they'll read a couple chapters to chapter 18. And while they're reading, I want them to underline anything that might help them infer about what Bruno is feeling in that moment. So this is where they take the events and they'll like mark it in the book so they can like refer back to that for their writing assignment, and they can also start to understand how, hey, this event shows me how Bruno is feeling. So that's making the connections for them. And then after reading, they're going to use their inferring from the reading to write a short diary entry where they take the position of Bruno. So they're going to write a diary entry but they're writing it as Bruno, not as themselves. And they will use character examples to describe how his character has evolved to this point, and use character examples to predict how the book will end. So they have to like understand his character to be able to write as him. So they're going to write about him and use character examples to show like how they know Bruno's character as they're writing as him. And then they're also going to use what they know so far about Bruno's character to predict what's going to happen. Which this might be hard, and I'm going to need to work with my kids and explain it a lot with them, because it'll be hard at first for them to write a prediction as Bruno's character, but I think it'll be a good way to push them out of their like comfort zone and really make sure they understand that character and how his character has been built. So that's my lesson. The only assessments I have is I'm just going to do a formative assessment, which would be the diary entry the students write, because I feel like there's no, like, good way or even a reason to assess them any other way, and the diary entry, if they, like, meet the lesson outcome, and they talk about his character, that's an easy way for me to assess if they understand it, and also a fun way without them having to stress about a test or something like that, that I can still know that they're understanding it without having to give them a test. Thank you.